Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to my YouTube channel again. In this video, we will discuss about cause, and effect. The concepts of cause and effect are used both for defining simultaneous events that are continuous in time, and events whose effect is born with the cause. In addition, cause and effect are sometimes qualified and phenomena divided by a time interval and connected by means of several intermediate links. For example, a solar flare causes magnetic storms and Earth and on Earth and a consequent temporary interruption of radio communication. The immediate connection between cause and effect may be expressed in the formula: if A is the cause of B and B is the cause of C, then A may also be regarded as the cause of C, though it may change the cause of phenomenon survives in its result. An effect may have several causes, some of which are necessary and others accidental. An important feature of causality is the continuity of the cause-effect connection. The chain of causal connection has neither beginning nor end. It is never broken. It extends internally from one link to another, and no one can say where this chain began or where it ends. It is as infinite as the universe itself. There can be neither any first, that is to say, causeless cause, nor any final effect. If we were to admit the existence of a first cause, we should break the law of the conservation of matter and motion, and any attempt to find an absolutely first or absolutely final cause is a futile occupation which psychologically assumes a belief in miracles. The internal mechanism of causality is associated with the transference of matter, motion, and information. Effect spread its tentacles not only forward as a new cause giving rise to a new effect, but also backwards to the cause which gave rise to it, thus modifying, exhausting, or intensifying its force. This interaction of cause and effect is known as a principle of feedback. It operates everywhere, particularly in all self-organizing systems where perception, storing, processing, and use of information take place, as for example in the organism, in a cybernetic device, and in society. The stability, control, and progress of a system are inconceivable without feedback. Any effect is evoked by the interaction of at least two phenomena. Therefore, the interaction phenomenon is the true cause of the effect phenomenon. In other words, the effect phenomenon is determined by the nature and state of both interaction elements. A word conveying tragically bad news may cause a condition of stress in a sensitivity person, whereas at will bounce of an intensive or phlegmatic individual like water off a duck's back, leaving only a slight emotional trace. The cause of stress in this case was not the word itself, but its information bearing impact or on vulnerable personality. The cause-effect connection can be conceived as a one-way, one-directional action only in the simplest and most limited case. The idea of casually as the influence of one thing on another is applied in a field of knowledge where it is possible and necessary to ignore feedback and actually measure the quantitative effect achieved by the cause. Such a situation is mostly characteristic of mechanical causality. For example, the cause of a stone falling to the ground is mutual gravitation, which obeys the law of universal gravitation, and the actual fall of the stone to the ground results from the gravitational interaction. However, since the mass of the stone is infinitely small compared with the mass of the earth, one can ignore the stone's effect on the earth. So ultimately we come to the notion of a one-way effect with only one body operating as the active element, while the other is passive. In most cases, however, such an approach doesn't work because things are not inert, but charged with internal activity. Therefore, in experiencing effect, they in their turn act on their cause, and the resulting action is not one way in but an interaction. Okay. Yeah, okay guys, that's all an explanation of the cause and effects. Hopefully uh, you you all understand what I'm saying for you guys, and hopefully it may be useful for you all. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe this channel, so I am more excited to upload the video. And finally, thank you for watching this video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.